the Carolina Panthers. They're going to play both Cam Newton and P.J. Walker. Now, yesterday the explanation was for using P.J. Walker that Cam Newton doesn't know the two-minute offense as well as P.J. Walker, and that kind of blew me away, assuming it's the truth. There's a chance it's not the truth. If it is the truth, what the hell were they doing during their bye? Aren't you going to know the two-minute offense infinitely better when you've had 2 weeks to prepare for your next game since your last game, that debacle against the Dolphins? Shouldn't there have been an all-out effort to get Cam Newton better acquainted with the most important plays and the most important settings of a game? Now, it could be that they spun their wheels for the first week figuring out what to do with Joe Brady. Dysfunctional teams do dysfunctional things, but I don't think it's functional to, at this point of the season, be relying upon two quarterbacks, Charean.
No, you have two quarterbacks, and in Carolina's case, I would say they have three quarterbacks, counting Sam Darnold, so they have no quarterback. And we all know they wanted Deshaun Watson this year. They'll go out and find yet another quarterback, third year in a row. They'll go out and get somebody. But, there's tons of questions about Cam Newton and about this team. I think the first thing you did is Cam Newton done? I mean, does he get another chance after this season? We all know that he doesn't want to go in a situation where he's a backup. Well, I'm not sure he's going to get a starting job after the last 2 seasons, the way he's played and his shoulder injuries before that. And then I think the next question you asked about the Panthers organization is Matt Rule done in Carolina? And what do they do with him? What do they do at the quarterback position after the season? This, to me, is a team and a quarterback with a ton of questions after this year.
I think that Rule right now, and I don't know this is just an educated guess, a semi-educated guess, not to be confused with my usual uneducated guess, that Rule is going to be done, because I get the impression that owner David Tepper, and I said this earlier today on Rich Eisen's show, he's not going to rest until his coach is Vince Lombardi, his GM is George Young, and his quarterback is Tom Brady. Maybe literally Tom Brady, who knows. But he wants that triumvirate. He wants those three positions to be manned by highest possible caliber and quality that he can find. He said that in the backseat of an SUV on the All or Nothing program a couple of years ago on Amazon, and it struck me then, and it sticks with me now. He said basically the league is set up to be 8-8, and you bend it in your direction by having a great coach, a great GM, and a great quarterback. And once he decides that you're not on the right side of great, he's done. Teddy Bridgewater 1 year, not great. Done. Sam Darnold half a year, not great, done. And it could be that Matt Rule 2 years, not great, done. Whatever the cost, whatever the buyout, don't care. I'm not going to trouble myself with it. There's plenty more where that came from. I'm going to spend some of this money to get rid of a guy that I don't think is great and to go try to hire a guy who I believe is great and will be great. And if he is great, great. And if he's not, we'll get rid of him and go get another one.
Yeah, isn't it amazing, Mike, with these billionaires just throwing money around to try to figure it out? And the more they try, as we're going to talk about Shad Khan later, the more they try, the worse it seems to work. I mean, you've got to hire a GM and trust your GM to hire the right coach, to find the right quarterback. And it hasn't worked out in Carolina since 2015 when they had Ron Rivera as coach. They had Cam Newton having an MVP season, went 15-1 that year, went to the Super Bowl, and got killed in the Super Bowl. And since then, I mean, they've been hunting for that, to take that next step, and it just hasn't happened. And now here they are, and probably going to change coaches after this year. We pretty much know for a fact they're going to change quarterbacks after this season. They're going to try to probably find a veteran quarterback that they can bring in here. So it's just one change after another, and it just takes time after that. So I don't see this franchise turning things around real quickly. And I'm the one that said I didn't trust Sam Darnold and didn't think they were going to the playoffs this year. And they trusted Sam Darnold, and they're not going to the playoffs this year, Mike. And now they're going to start over yet again after this year.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.